If you want to use your Dashcam's park and monitor feature, you have to install a hardwire kit. The hardwire kit is very simple. It has two 12-volt inputs. One will provide 12 volts to the Dashcam at all times, even when the car is off. This is the one that allows the Dashcam to record while you are parked running errands. And then the other provides 12 volts only when the car is on. And this is the one that's essentially a signal voltage to tell the Dashcam when it needs to go into parking mode. This hardwire kit is for my M660 Dashcam from AZDOME, link up above and in the video description, but all hardwire kits are installed the same way. I'll be showing you this install in my 2025 WRX TS. First and foremost, we have to disconnect the negative battery terminal, and a 10mm wrench makes short work of that. The next step is accessing the fuse box. Now, I'm removing some trim panels to make this installation easier. I think it's definitely worth the trade-off here, but depending on your own car, you might not need to remove these panels, or you might need to remove more. As you can see here, this is pretty simple and worth the few minutes that it takes. Along this pillar here is the airbag, which of course we want to leave undisturbed. I'm going to use the existing cable here and attach the hardwire kit to it. It's a good idea to tie some extra cable here just in case in the future you need to move the Dashcam. All I'm doing here is securing the cable with some high quality zip ties, and then I'm going to route the cable through the tweeter opening here. This dumps the cable right behind the fuse box where we want it. Once you've routed the cable to your fuse box location, we have to find those two fuse slots, the one that has to have power at all times even when the car is parked and off, and then the other that only has power when the key is in the accessory position or the car is on. At this point, we need to temporarily reconnect the battery since we're testing for power. I'm using this inexpensive multimeter set to read for DC voltage. I'll link in the video description. The negative lead can go to any metal part of the car. With the car off, I'm just going to test around and see which of these has power and which does not. If you can find an empty spot, that's great. I'm going to use this spot down here that has a constant 12 volts and this spot up here that only has 12 volts when the car is on. When you find your fuses, again, disconnect your battery and simply use a fuse puller or pliers to carefully remove them. Just remember where they came from. Now, the kit comes with fuse holders for just about every fuse you can find in old and modern cars. Simply find the two wires that have the same size fuses as your car. You'll notice the wires have two fuse slots. You're going to want to plug in the fuse that came from your car on the bottom slot closest to the leads, just like you see me doing here. This fully retains your car's fuse functionality. And of course, as you can guess, the fuses that came with the kit go on the top slot. Back at the fuse box, we'll connect the fuse holders to the hardwire kit leads. These wires are labeled, so make sure that you connect them properly or the kit will not work. The final wire here is the ground wire, and that just needs to go to the chassis of the car. There's a very convenient bolt right here that I'm using, right next to the fuse box. And here you can see the finished product. It is important that you don't have any loose cables. Make sure that you secure the entire run of the hardwire kit with zip ties. You can usually find some very convenient wire bundles that you can attach your hardwire cable to. By the way, this hardwire kit has dip switches that allow you to set the low voltage protection level. At whatever voltage you set here, the hardwire kit will stop supplying power to the Dashcam to ensure that your battery will have enough juice to start the car. This might take a little experimentation, but I would start with the highest setting to be sure and then just work my way down. Now, with this hardwire kit installed, I can utilize my Dashcam's park and monitor feature, which is a pretty big deal to me and it can provide some peace of mind while out and about running errands. I hope you got something out of this video. If you did, be sure to leave me a like, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments section. Thanks for dropping by. Take care.